Hello everyone. So this is going to be a real quick video. I got my hands a hold of a Raspberry Pi 3, and I'm going to be repurposing it. And eventually what I want to do is I'm going to set up Samba on it, and I'm going to attach an external hard drive to it, and then mount the Samba drive to my Windows PC, obviously. But I'm going to be storing video files that I'm going to be sharing through a personal self-hosted cloud service set up through Cloudflare that I'm going to set up on here and run the whole thing off of here. And I will walk you through this in a video series, but this will be the first one. And in this first one, all we are going to do is we're going to reformat the micro SD for this Raspberry Pi. So stay tuned. So the first step in reformatting this micro SD card is to find, for me personally, I have to find an SD card and an adapter so it will work with my computer. So I just simply slide the micro SD card into the SD card adapter if I put it in the right way, and then I'm going to stick it into my computer. I don't drop it, and instantly it should pop up saying that it's there. Alright. So as you can see, we're going to reformat it. And to do that, we're going to go to raspberrypi.com. And then we're going to go to software. And this is the Raspberry Pi Imager. And so we're going to download the Windows version, which I already have the Windows version. Raspberry Pi Imager. And that's going to pull up the Raspberry Pi Imager services. And so we're going to click on Choose OS, and we're going to do Raspberry Pi OS 32-bit. This one is from 5/2023, so it's pretty recent. And then we're going to choose the SD card under storage, and this should be the only SD card there. Now, before you click right, if you click the gear icon, you can go ahead and set up some settings for it. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a host name, and I'm going to call it Raspberry Pi. I'm going to call it Network Bow Pi. .local. I'm going to enable SSH. And use password authentication. And for username, I'm going to do B Morgan. I'm going to set up a quick password. And then everything else should be fine. So I'm going to click save. And now we'll click write. And it's going to say, are you sure? Because it's going to erase everything that's on there. And we're going to click yes, and then let that run. Now this could take a while. And through the magic of video editing, we are now done. So we are going to take the SD card out of my laptop, and we are going to put the micro SD card into the Raspberry Pi, turn it the right way. And now I'm going to hook it up to my network. So, what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to log into my home browser. Now that I'm logged in, I'm going to plug this up to an Ethernet cord. And I forgot to hook the power up. Alright, so magically I found the adapter for the power. So let me hook that up, and then we'll be off. Alright, once I hook up power to it, you'll see a little light come on. You can also hear the fan cut off. So I'm just going to set this up here. I'm gonna watch for Ethernet lights to come on, and now I see Ethernet lights. So I will log into my router. And I'm gonna look up connected devices. And I should see network Pi. So a lot of unknowns. So let me open up.
I'm sorry, not the MAC address, the IP version 6 address. What I did here was, since it was not showing up on my router, I decided to ping the network, the name that I gave it, the host name. And as you can see, it did return the MAC address. So then what I did was I decided to run nslookup on network Pi. And as you can see, it gave me an IP.
There we go. It says it's at 192.168.10.120. So let's try to connect. Be Morgan at 192.168.10.120. And there it is. We're going to say yes to fingerprint. And the password I set up. And there we are. We are on mine. We are SSH'd into the Raspberry Pi 3 that we set up. And so the first thing that I always do is run a sudo apt.
This command and all commands you see me enter can be found on my website, and I will link to the direct page down below in the comments. Or in the video description, I mean.
-1. Okay, so that took a really long time to download, but now that we have an up-to-date Raspberry Pi image on here, we are going to install Docker real quick, and that would be a really simple process that we're going to step through here. So Docker has this convenient script for the Raspberry Pi, for the Docker Raspberry Pi image. So what we're going to do first is we're going to download that, and it's a simple curl command that I'll put down below for everybody. And that ran really fast, and so now we're going to run the script. And that should install Docker for us. Okay, and that took a very long time, but as you can see from the Outlook, that it installed Docker for us, and it's telling us what version it ran. And it suggests adding your user to the Docker group so that you can run Docker commands as a non-privileged user, as it calls it. And that's a really easy thing to do here. We just run sudo user mod -a -g Docker for group, and then my username. There we go. Alright, we're going to log out, log back in, and then we're going to run Docker ps again. And it runs without the sudo command, so we are successfully in the Docker group. And again, we're just going to run Docker version. And that's going to tell you we're running the Docker Community Edition, version 24.02. And we'll do the test that everybody always does with Docker, which is do a Docker run command for hello world. And as you can see, you can't find it locally, so it's reaching out to docker.com and downloading it. And says hello from Doctor. This message shows your installation appears to be working correctly. And that would be it for today's video. Again, I'm going to have all these commands I entered today are going to be found on my website, and the link to the exact page they'll be on will be down below. And I did all this on a Raspberry Pi, but this can also be done in the cloud and Linode services. So I have a link for $100 free credit for any new users of Linode down below. Also, be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and you stayed this long listening to me talking. Be sure to hit subscribe to see future videos, and please leave me a comment and let me know what you like and what you don't like. Thank you.